Hey everyone, this is Dave from Rad Rolls. Welcome back to the podcast. It's been almost, 2 months since we put on an episode. We're going to do a little side adventure where Mei is actually going to be the game master for D&D 5e Star Wars, but it's set in Spaceballs. That will run for about 6 episodes. I've been really happy with the sessions that we've done. She's done a great job. And then after those 6 episodes, we'll be back to the Fallout campaign. I've missed doing this, and I hope you all enjoy the episodes, and I will talk to you in just a minute.
Hi, and welcome to Rad Rolls. So we're doing something today a little bit different that literally, absolutely nobody had any reason to do, which is we are taking you to outer space. We're doing basically our version of Spaceballs. Just to succinctly title it, we're calling it Space Holes. We are using the wonderful Star Wars 5e system that you can find online, which is a kit bash of the D&D 5e rules and the Star Wars universe. And without further ado, I give you a star field with twinkling stars, even though there's no atmosphere, so they shouldn't really be twinkling. Also, for some reason, you can hear orchestra music, even though you're in space and you shouldn't be able to hear anything. And what you see is large, blocky yellow letters scrolling by, and it says, "You are here." With the loss of Spaceball 1, built with every last cent of Planet Spaceball's military budget, and the absence of the leadership that went along with it when it was lost, removing the best and the brightest the planet had to offer, Vice President Wada Asshole has moved to fill the Mega Maid-sized power vacuum that was left behind in the universe. And I welcome you to join us aboard what pretty much would be described as sort of, if you picture the tour bus from the Muppets movie, only it actually is a spacecraft loaded with a bunch of dumbasses heading towards what appears to be a station shaped slightly like a turtle. The top half is domed with large viewing areas and picture windows. And the area underneath seems to have what could be described as limbs that look like the cobbled together blocks of metal, docking ports, areas where ships are protruding like little boils. This is Terrapin Station. And until recently, it was under the control of the might of Spaceball, the planet Spaceball, the Spaceball military. They've had to restrict and pull back to their home territory with the loss of much of their military might. And so this poor remaining outpost, what's left of it, is still manned, although very sparsely, with the remnants of some Spaceballs. But the actual inhabitants of the station have been doing what they can to get back to life as normal. You have permission to dock in the upper ring and to visit this station, and you are all in the midst of looking for lack of a better way to put it, a job. You are running low on fuel, running low on supplies. Everybody kind of pooled their money and sort of like jumped on this bus together, and this is the next stop in the line to wherever it is you all are headed. And after you dock, the side of the craft opens up and reveals to you what appears to be, for lack of a better word, it's a cross between a promenade and a mall that is well past its prime. A little more empty than you would expect. Lots of lighting and bulbs are out. There's broken pavers. There seems to be a lot of sort of like mini mall type shops on 3 different terrace levels of this promenade, but some of them seem to be shuttered. Some of them seem to be, like a pop-up store it'd probably last a couple months and then disappear. There's obviously like a spirit Halloween down at the end of the long hallway you can see. There's a Bed Bath and way beyond, but all you can see is stacks of towels and old pillows. There's a Batleth and Body Works, which appears to be a place that sells martial weapons and also interesting smelling candles, as it turns out. And right in front of you is a shop that is called Forever 91, which is a clothing emporium, but they only seem to have stocked stuff that you would expect to see on maybe like a great-grandfather, like high-waisted pants, really terrible patterns and plaids. So what do you guys want to do?
We're gonna find a drink around here.
The food court appears to be a little distance down, sort of to the right. And you can tell because there are a couple of trash cans that get increasingly more overfilled as you head in that direction.
Oh, it sounds about right. I'll take a walk about that way.
Okay. Do you want to give me a quick description of your player character?
Yeah, my name's none of your biz. None of your biz, I should say. I'm a DeLorean. I come from planet Gloria. I'm a bounty hunter. Boy crocky, I'm just looking for my next score. Someday I can be able to retire, with some shrimp on the barbie, or all that crocky stuff, Get a Shayla. And right now I'm just looking for my next job, and I just happen to, park at this space hole. By gum, I need a bit of drink before I can start looking at the want ads or the teleprompter for whatever comes my way. That's me right now. I always wear my helmet. Can't take it off.
Excellent. So, how are you going to eat the food that is at this food court? Gotcha. All right. Next up, I'm going to go down the line. So, Cody, who is your character, and what is he doing in this little slice of heaven?
My character is a bit of a furry little guy named Zasist Minds now, and a little nervous appearing, I would say. Anytime they're in a public space with people purchasing things and swiping their credits around, gets a little tingly, and the little steely feelings in his brain are encouraging him to steal the credits, and he's trying very hard not to steal all of the credits that the people are walking around and spending at the food court. And it's a little shaky right now. Somebody might want to have to hold me back from taking the money.
All right.
Swiper, no swiping.
Swiper, no swiping. All right. So, Dave.
Yes.
Who's your creepy little guy?
Yeah, I'm playing Cannibal Lectern. Cannibal Lectern is he's a Voldemort looking motherfucker. Like, he just walks right in there. He's got little holes for a nose. He's got bigger eyes probably than Voldemort. Like, you know, I'm a real beaut in that department in comparison to Ray Fiends. And he's just kind of like sulking around. Like the way that Cannibal Lecter walks, like you can't even tell his feet are moving because of his robe. He just looks like he's kind of floating everywhere, but you can't see his feet because of the robe. But he just moves at a consistent pace as he kind of goes along, and he's constantly looking like he's thinking about something very deep and meaning. But my question is, are there any like children in this mall? You know, like mall kids. Like what's the mall kid vibe?
There's a couple of mall kids. Some of them seem to be sort of like very mall rat, you know, not much to do with their time and not a lot of money to spend.
Like Jay and Silent Bob, or like goth? What's the flavor?
Yeah, everything from 12 up to you losers should get a job. There are a couple of younger children who seem to be gophers, and like they appear to have like a little bit of a job to them, but it seems more like inefficient jobs. They're sort of tucked into corners, and you see like some serendipitous exchanging of credits. What appears to be maybe somebody doing like a little roly with some dice in the corner. And none of them look like they are anywhere near older than like 20, 22.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go over near those kids and just like menacingly stand and just kind of like stare, and be the creepiest motherfucker I possibly can be, to some mall rats.
Okay. We'll get back to that. Before we get back to that, Jared.
That's end scene right there. Let's draw a line.
So Jared, your guy is famous. You might need
yes.
a little bit of a primer on.
Everyone who enjoys the Star Wars universe may know my character. Glup Shitto, in this particular case, is a Jawa who has recently achieved adulthood by successfully making their first sale, and is now traveling to some places that aren't nearly as hot. And for whatever reason, the plot seems to follow Glup Shitto, and Glup Shitto seems to be well known regardless of where they go. Glup has no idea why they are well known and recognizable. They're literally a Jawa. But for whatever reason, they are easily picked out and identified. So hopefully that won't create any issues. Otherwise, Glup is just a little guy.
Okay. And last but not least, Michael.
Yeah, in this game, I'm going to be playing a man named Randall Orion, no relation. And I'm just a very demure, middle-aged man with some thick glasses and some hair that is quickly running away from the front of his head all the way to the back. And you know where he wants to go on this beautiful shopping experience is he could really perhaps use a nice new sweater vest, and maybe he might find what he's looking for over at Forever 91. So he's just gonna shuffle his feet and just make his way down that end of the mall.
That sounds perfect. And he's not wearing
I
any.
Can't with that voice. If you do that voice anymore, I'm gonna die. Love that.
Fantastic.
That's
strong
just the
Peter
way
energy
Randall.
there. I'm digging it. Okay. So
God, if you had that S whistle, I'd be logging off like right now.
Logging off. God damn.
So this group of strange weirdos, some of them feeling a little bit more at home than others, are looking for whatever it is they find to be of their particular interest, settling in before they decide to go look for jobs or transportation or anything else that they may need. Yes, or a sweater vest from Forever 91.
Some light shoplifting.
Some light shoplifting. Going back to Cannibal Lectern, heading over and basically looming over this cluster of like these mall rats. You can tell the oldest one in the group is kind of like bent over and is doing what appears to be his own little version of the shell game, using Spaceball Trooper helmets, which means that he needs quite a bit of dexterity to move those giant ping pong balls around. And the corner hustler kind of looks up at the creepy guy and goes, "Oh, fuck, well, yo, you want to play, or are you just gonna stand there and watch like a weirdo?"
Is this a game that you play? Do you play it with your hands?
We play it with our credits. It's a game of the mind.
Oh, I know mind games. I've known mind games for years. Tell me, what's your favorite mind game? Is it this game of various helmets that you toss about rapidly and wildly? See, I've been watching your games, and I think that I know the secret to them.
Well, all right then, Master. Put your money where your mouth is. 10 credits to go for a start. You get to tell me which one of the helmets has a head in it. Find the head, find the head, find the head. And he starts shuffling the 3 helmets around. There is a slight whiff of decay that you detect, and it's very unsettling to other people. Not necessarily to you. Are you gonna put some money down?
Yeah, he's gonna like pull out like a small like how many monies? Let me refine my monies. I think I have like 5 monies. I'm gonna put down a cred just to try. I would continue the scene.
Okay. So you put down a credit. He goes, "All right, then. Find the head. Find the head. Find the dead guy." And I'm going to say you can give me either a insight check, or you can give me a perception check.
So, question. I would like to use a mind trick.
Okay.
As one of my powers, and so let's see. This would be choose a target that isn't hostile to you. The target must make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, the target has disadvantage on wisdom and intelligence chance. On a successful save, the creature realizes that you've tried to use the force to influence its awareness. So basically, what I would like to do is I would like to mind trick this person to telling me where the head is underneath the helmet, and basically turn my hand and say, "Show me where that beautiful noggin lies."
All right, and has to beat a DC 14 wisdom?
Yes, I think so.
Okay. Let me see what we got. The hustler definitely doesn't. He rolls a 3. Without a doubt, you don't necessarily know how the hustler game goes, but you can read this kid like a book. He is, with only 1 credit down, he's going to make it very easy for you to follow his movements and see where the head is. And then when you put down more credits, he is going to pull some sort of sleight of hand so that you will lose track of it, so that he can take you for every credit you're worth. So right now, without a doubt, without even trying to like pay a lot of attention, it's obvious he's handling the center helmet like there's something hidden underneath it.
Okay, and so he's like, I can tell that he is doing that. So his response to me is that he's like showing that, right?
Yep, he is. He's going out of his way to like rock it and move it into the center, and you can see he's moving it like he's trying to keep something hidden underneath it badly.
Yes. So I'm gonna reach over with my long, slender hand and like place my hand right on that helmet and just kind of gently lift it up.
Yeah, your fingers are way too long, and like the joints on the finger are way too pronounced, and it's incredibly creepy. Like, as a group, all these hustler mall rat kids just like do like a group shudder as you do this. And underneath there is a skull. It's not an entirely clean skull. It's sort of like pink in spots. It's got a little fuzz on one corner, and you're not sure if it's like mold or hair that's left over. But yeah, it looks like they're making do with what they can pull out of dumpsters and find in corners. And you have found the head, and the kid goes, "Well, you did it, mister. Here's your winnings." And he hands you your credit and an extra credit on top of that. And he pulls his hand away very quickly and like just rubs it on his like greasy shirt, like you're giving him absolutely the chilliest chills ever, just, almost touching him.
Yeah, I'm gonna look at him and say, "Thank you," and then lean down and kiss the moldy skull and say, "And thank you, beautiful."
Okay, so you can actually see whatever his next hustle or whenever his next statement was going to be. Maybe asking you to double or nothing, or if you want to go again. Like, the response just dies in his throat, and he pales. Like, you can watch the blood drain from his face, and he's just like, he like shakes it off and goes, all right, yeah, just can I have my skull back, dude? And just leave, please.
The skull itself is a beautiful specimen, and per the rules of the game, it is mine now, and it will cost you greatly
fine,
to
just
retrieve
take
its
it,
essence.
you old weirdo, get out of here, just take it. And he starts to him and the rest of the hustlers, visibly distressed by your presence at this point, start to gather up their like the blankets they're sitting on and their kit and their like belongings, because you have driven them out of their corner. And now you have a really creepy somewhat not clean skull.
Salad Fingers goes to the mall. Love it.
All right.
Did the hustlers leave anything in their hurry to vacate?
Give me a perception check. Ooh, wow. Yeah, there's actually 3 credit chips that fell into like a gap between the tiles where they were sitting, that they were in too much of a hurry to like either look for or dig out. So 3.
It was a nice 22.
Yep.
Cool. Is that 3 creds?
Really good. That's 3 credits and half a broken pencil.
Okay. It's old Jawaese tradition to take a pencil and try to trade up for like, a vehicle.
Absolutely.
It takes some steps, but
absolutely. There's a couple shops around here that don't look like they're very busy and look like mostly they sell either junk or like knockoff, like Temu stuff that they're probably not very invested in selling 30 of. You can go see if somebody will trade it with you.
keep that in mind. I will. I'll take my don't know if the Viber Dagger or the Disruptor Shiv would be best for this. I'm gonna go with the Viber Dagger. It just seems like the one that would. But when I think of an electric pencil sharpener,
And so
that's what I think.
the hustlers have ran away, right? They're like,
This group of hustlers has ran away. There are other groups of mole rats, but all the ones kind of nearby are sort of, now they've clocked you. They're sort of eyeing you since they watched that particular group flee their territory.
So I'm going to get behind the table and say, so like now I'm behind the hustler table and say, come one, come all. May the parlor greet you as you find the mysteries of the mind. Come, place your bets and see if you can trick the grand master of mystery.
That's
Dink, dink, dink.
perfect.
Dink, dink, dink.
Dink, dink, dink.
What he said.
So, Nunya Biz, you have made it to the food court. The food court it's only one level. The tables, none of them have been cleaned and cleared. It's pretty trashed. It's pretty empty too. It's probably between specific food hours, because you see you see a couple of Tuscans sort of cluttered around a table that appears to be in front of a Sbarro. There's a Mexican food place that looks like nobody ever eats there. There's a Citrus Julius place with just the saddest 14-year-olds wearing uniforms you've ever seen. And what appears to be the only place that looks kind of bright and cheery is what appears to be space oysters on a stick. Say that one more time. Sorry. Alcohol. As it turns out, it does look like there is a specific bar, eatery. It also looks like it is currently marked as being closed for business. However, you can give me a perception check.
All right. Just dig this up. Yada, yada, yada. Is it rolling? Nope. Come on, don't fail me now.
Yep. We'll go with the first one, which was a 14. So,
yeah, I'm looking at the wrong screen. Right, 14. There it is.
It's okay. You're good. 14. There is some stock in a fridge behind the counter of it's called the low bar. I'm not sure why it'd be called the low bar, but okay. But there are also some foam cups with covers marked low bar that are basically sitting half full on top of some of the overflowing trash cans, and they look like they haven't been there for very long.
All right, free drink. All right, take a look at it.
Yeah, you grab the closest one. It's about half full. It actually is still a little bit cold. There's a little bit of a foam still on top. There appears to be... it appears that somebody discarded this because there is a small pest, sort of a fly-looking thing in the beer. Not dead. It is currently doing the backstroke. But you can pluck that out of there and down the beer. It smells like beer.
All right. Pull out my straw, stick it underneath my helmet. I'll take a swig.
All right, give me a Constitution saving throw.
Boy. Oh, there we are. Saving throws. I'm still at advantage for some reason.
You got a 10. So yeah. It definitely fulfills your taste for beer. Also convinces you that that little bug that was in there probably had some friends that were deep sea diving. So it's a little bit was a
Little
little
bit
bit
gamey.
funkier than a beer should normally be. But yeah, free
That's what we
beer.
call protein in Gloria.
Okay.
All right.
So last for this one, so Randalorian, you head over to Forever 91. The probably too young to be legally working shop girl comes over with a pair of high water plaid trousers that she's trying to put on a rack that's facing the mall. And every time she tries to put it on the rack in front of the window, it causes all the automatic lighting to dim because it's so bright. So she's trying to figure out how to display this without dimming the lights in the store as you walk up.
First of all, are there any sweater vests in this?
Give me a perception
91.
check.
Okay. Jump to that window.
Do perception or investigation, actually.
Ooh. I want to do investigate. Okay, so how do I do that on this? Do I just click on my investigation?
Click the letter click the name investigation on the left hand side of your character sheet. There should be
okay.
a list
there we
of
go.
stuff. Yeah, just click
Yeah,
that.
and then your rolls will appear in the chat. I was on the character
we
sheet.
go.
Like where
My
are rolls at?
investigation. I got an 11.
Investigation is good. You got an 11. Yeah, past what appears to be some golf shoes, there is a whole area of jumpers and sweater vests. There's a section that appears to be all the lovely colors of the 70s. You have mustard, you have rust, you have that very light blue china color. You have a somewhat hideous, yellowish, puke yellow green color. And then there's a section that appears to be soft blacks and sort of more for the aging goth amongst us. Yeah, they look like they are discounted.
Whoa. I gotta get my voice back. Well, I'm gonna ask the young lady who's trying to hang up those pants. I'm going to ask her if she has a moment, if she can help me pick out a sweater vest that would be the most becoming on me.
Sir. Hi. Yeah, let me. She finally gives the extremely brightly patterned fabric in her hands a second look and just kind of walks over and throws it in the pile outside the dressing room and walks back over and says, "Yes, a sweater. Space is really cold, so it's always a good idea to bundle up."
Young lady.
Yeah.
A sweater vest.
A sweater vest is even better because it's both a sweater and a vest. You can wear it anywhere, except for maybe swimming. But if you want swim trunks, we have some high water swim trunks. They go actually past your knees near the back of the store. They're a little out of season right now.
Whoa. Slow down there,
it is
lady.
Incredibly, it looks like a test pattern.
I look like a rock star. I can't wear something like herringbone.
Oh, you're right. You know what?
I'm not some sort of fancy man who goes globe trotting from here and there over hill and dale. I'm just a simple man. I just need a nice, friendly color. Do you have something in a beige or maybe a dark beige if I'm feeling a little crispy?
So I might have the perfect thing for you. Solid colors is probably the way to go. how about I have a block print? And she actually goes around to the back and pulls out a sweater that is like the top half of the sweater is a light beige. There's a block of dark beige along the bottom. It actually has a zipper and it has leather patches on the elbows.
Oh boy. Oh boy. I think it's my lucky day.
So this one is not on sale, but for you, I'll tell you what. I'll give it to you for the employee.
Oh, that's very sweet of you, young lady. Now, what would the cost be with that discount?
And she looks at the tag and she flips it over and goes, 5 credits.
Are you fucking kidding me, ma'am?
No. Sir,
5 credits. Do I
yes?
look like some sort of rube? Do I look like some kind of jackass who just fell off an asteroid turnip truck? How about you go straight to hell with that price? How about you? How about you do that?
All right. I'm
5
sorry.
credits.
I'm so sorry.
5 credits.
She-
In
she-
this
she-
economy,
He kind of starts backing away.
good goddamn. Good goddamn, young lady. 5
Give
credits.
me I'll tell you what, either give me an intimidation or a persuasion check.
Can I rob the fucking register while he's creating this scene?
Yes, you can.
You in the scenery.
Let's do. I'm
This is
sorry.
too good.
Persuasion, or what was the other option?
Either intimidation or persuasion.
Oh, well, I mean,
Randall's like the kind of guy who would think that ketchup is too spicy.
Oh, well, I did not roll very well with that.
No, a 2 intimidation, although a 2 intimidation does fit Randall like a. So she's gonna go, okay, sir, if you don't want it, you don't have to take it if you don't want it. I mean, I'll shave a credit off. I'll give it to you for 4 credits.
I don't need
A loss.
your charity. I don't need that. Don't insult me to my face. Don't do that.
Oh,
Don't
all
do
right.
it. What you're gonna do for me right now, young lady? You're gonna put this sweater vest in a safe place, and I'm gonna come back after I get your goddamn 5 credits,
4 credits.
and I'm gonna buy it. Now, do you have some sort of like help wanted board, or maybe a newspaper with a help wanted section that I could peruse?
She stops for a minute and goes, yeah, there's the civic dispensation upstairs. Upstairs, top tier. There's kind of like there's kind of an adjunct. They always have a job board, and they have a separate like board for mercenary work and you could just go up there and they'll give you a job, and they pay you when the job's done. All the jobs are on the station. How long do you want me to hold the sweater vest?
You're gonna hold it until I come back, god damn it.
Sure. You rolled, as a reminder, you rolled a 2. She looks at you and then looks at the sweater vest and goes, I will definitely hold this for you. And she walks over and puts it right back on the shelf that she got it from.
Well, thank you for that, young lady. At least you did something. Huh?
She literally rolls her eyes at you, walks away. But you got information. She basically said there's basically a job board, mission board, and probably, if you know how things go, there's probably a bounty board somewhere on the 3rd tier of this pavilion. And
right.
while you are doing that, I'm going to say that Zasminow has can roll a sleight of hand with advantage to see if there's anything in the register he wants to. So with advantage is a 17. So a 17 does it. Well, he has advantage because you by distracting the shop girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, you actually you pull like a good 25 credit piece out of the cash register.
Ow. Randall, that was so good. You did such a good job this time. You're really getting good at this job where you come in and you just say all this weird shit to them and they lose their minds and it's the best distraction. You're really getting good at this.
Well, I appreciate your compliment, but I don't have the faintest idea what you're talking about. I gotta give myself a job.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, you got the stuff. You are doing great.
Okay, I like a compliment, but I wish I knew what you were talking about.
Okay.
Yeah, you're good at this.
So as you guys continue on your way, Glup Shido, looking for anything in particular?
Being as this is a place of sales and mercantilism, I want to go in every shop, and I know people aren't going to allow me to do that, but I just want to see what's available and what could be traded, bought, and sold, and I need to be in the thick of it, and just a shop with storefronts inside, not in the desert. It's all just sort of new to me. So I'm just kind of wandering around, and much like Mad Max, not the protagonist, but the plot sort of happens around me.
So yeah, as you're walking, there's a couple shops you can start with. There's one that sells apparently like knockoff shitty vibro weapons, like they've got vibro katanas and like vibro buster swords, and it looks like some cosplay anime stuff. Yeah.
Yes.
Next to that is a place that sells like, it looks like pre-packaged candy. It may have at one point sold like that bin candy where you just
candy craze. Yeah.
But at this point, it looks like they've closed that down and they just have stacks of packaged candy. And next to that, inexplicably, a Blockbuster Video. But it looks like it's currently closed. It has a sign on the door that says, "We'll be back in 10 minutes." And the sign that says, "I'll be back in 10 minutes," is like, it's
collecting dust.
Like it's been there for a long time. Yeah, it's collecting dust. It's got like sprinkles of water, possibly bodily fluids on it. It's kind of like rolled up and yellowing in the corner. It's hanging by one piece of tape. It's apparently been there for a while.
You really sold me on the Blockbuster.
So as you kind of head in that direction to get a closer look at the Blockbuster, you hear a female voice kind of echoing through this sort of empty, cavernous space. You hear somebody yell, "Wait, Glup Shido? Are you Glup Shido?"
Dink.
And you see a woman, a human woman with like just black hair, pixie cut, wearing a very greasy, very dirty sort of like mechanics workman onesie. No patches on it, nothing you can identify, just staring at it. She looks haggard and frantic, and she is rushing towards you. Like she's kind of keeping her head down, but she also looks like she's trying to move in your direction as fast as she possibly can. And as she approaches, she sort of skids to a halt in front of you and goes, "Oh my God, somebody, help, I need help. I'm being chased. I need help very badly. Please. They're after me. Everybody in the group, including the person who is a little bit further away at the food court, go ahead and give me a perception check. All right. Oof,
Yeah,
man.
still chewing on my beer.
Rough rolls. A 7, a 10, a 12, a 9, and a 13.
Hey,
So the 13 will
Randall
just
did
do
pretty
it.
good.
There are two. They kind of look like rent-a-cop, mall cop security guys that seem to be looking around where she just was and trying to clock her. And as you notice them, they notice her and start moving towards her. They are not dressed like Spaceballs. They don't have the big helmets. They don't have these somewhat well put together uniforms. These guys kind of look like rent-a-cops, and their helmets are small enough that it kind of makes you wonder how they manage to squeeze their heads into them. However, they are armed. They have sidearms, and they move towards her as quickly as they can. As she starts again begging up for help, it's like they're after me. I need your help. I need you to protect. They're
Dink, dink,
I need your help right now, please.
dink. I draw my weapon.